we can. So basically, oh, we're live. We live. What up, YouTube?
What's good, guys? We're live. Sweet.
It's currently.
Let me try to switch up the view for them. Let me give them a little bit more of one of these views. Oh no, I've got to admit people.
No, I can admit people.
No, but not when you're spitting bad boy game. Yes, what's good, people? What's good, everyone?
Yes.
Just letting everyone in the room. What's good, everyone? How's it going, Deco?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Well, bro, all is well, man. Just crazy.
Awesome, man.
All right, be right back, guys. Just gonna quickly use the toilet. It's 8 p.m. Wait till around typically 8:05, 8:07. Wait for everyone to get in the room. Big up Deco, big up AJ. None of this is financial advice. We will be reading the disclaimer in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, man. Everyone had a good weekend, yeah? I had a mad weekend, man. Back to back, non-stop. Just waiting for more people to come in. Let me jump on Ninja's cam since it's the main cam. But yeah, let me get more people in. Yes, put it out in the group chat. Boy, what a life. Yeah. Swapsies. Yeah, we'll give it a little bit of time before we start.
Let me just.
It's myself and Ninja today.
For the first time.
Right, Mike's out on a networking vibe. So I'm gonna put the Zoom link out in the group chat. Yeah?
Oh, is that what you're about to do?
Yeah.
I was about to do that.
Cool. Yeah, I sent out. Yeah, is that come?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, we'll start up in a sec. That's good to roll. I had this branding. That's why I got the cup. What's good, Taro? How's it going?
What is good?
We're just waiting for more people to come in, then we're gonna start. Me and my invisible juice. It should be water today, you know. I should be drinking more water, man. Especially on a day like this. It's crazy hot. Yeah. All right, then.
Should we start? Well,
Yeah,
3 past.
Let's just get going, bro.
Let's just get going.
Yeah, when people jump in, they'll jump in.
Okay, let's go. All right, let's start it like this. Good evening, good people. It is currently 4 minutes past 8 p.m. UK time, Monday, the 11th of July, 2022. Welcome to, I don't know the exact number, but I think I could be wrong, but I think we're either approaching or recently exceeded 100 The Game episodes, as this was started around summer 2020. I'll confirm the exact one on the next one. Oh, let's let Janae in. So today is a special episode because it is the first time it is just myself and Keish.
What's good, guys?
Mr. Hardin is very busy right now in a business meeting. So before we get started, let's quickly do the disclaimer. So, disclaimer, all our content is for education, information, and entertainment purposes only. No information should be considered investment advice or a financial recommendation to buy, sell any assets, or place any trades. Please always do your own
research.
It is very important that you do your own analysis before doing any or making any investments based on, hey, we got Simon in the room, Muddy Toes, or making any investments based on your own individual circumstances. Always take independent professional advice from a professional advisor, or independently research and verify all and any information you may find in our content that you wish to rely upon, whether you wish to make an investment decision or otherwise. All investments come with
risk.
Please always do your own
research.
I'm not a financial advisor.
You ain't got a piece of paper.
I ain't got a piece of paper.
Oh, damn.
Have you got a piece of paper?
I ain't got a piece of paper either, man.
Anyone in this room got a financial advisor piece of paper?
We got any financial advisors in the room today?
No. Okay. Therefore, all investments come with risk. Please do your own research. We are not financial advisors. There's no financial advisors in this room at present. We do not intend to be perceived or received as financial advisors. However, we are working in collaboration with several accredited advisors. Yeah, with the piece of paper and everything. If you are unable to mitigate your risk, then please contact us immediately so we can refer you to an accredited financial advisor. So, it's been a while since I have led one of these the game episodes. For those that know, me and Mr. Harding, we do things a different way. Hopefully, you can find value in both our ways of presenting. Keish will be co-hosting this episode of the game and talking about
Metafi. So I'm going to go into a little bit of Metafi. What is Metafi? It's the merge of DeFi and the metaverse. So it's going to be a little bit interesting. Talk about some concepts and some things that I think may be involved in sort of the stuff, coming things of the future. So yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I will be talking about some Web3 business secrets, how everyone can start thinking of how to operate in Web3. I feel like 2021 was really about investing in financial literacy, which is a forever and always endeavor. Especially in bear markets, it's the best time to think about how you can actually operate, acquire equity, and participate in projects in preparation for the bull run. Like, this is right now the accumulation zone, and we're going through right now what has been documented as the Great Reset by World Economic Forum, where you will own, what is the phrase? You will own nothing.
You will own nothing and be happy, right?
You will own nothing and be happy. However, a blockchain sensei, we highly advise that nobody, no, not advise, because we're not advisors. In fact, we never advise. We think that philosophically this is completely a shambles. And you should, in fact, be on owning as much as you can, right? So let's just start off with these thoughts. You guys know that I'm huge on my mindset. I want everyone to start thinking about how much they can own. How much of this planet can you own? What's your fair share? You look around you, there's all sorts of businesses, right? I can't remember, dude, can you remember can you remember the film where it's like, it's two black guys in America, and then one of them.
That's no.
Listen. No, but I wanted to paint that scenario for a second, right?
Yeah.
And then one of them says to the other guy. Oh yeah, for sure. One of them says to the other guy, "Look around you. What do you see? Everyone's got product and service. Are you a customer or are you a owner?" Do you know what scene I'm talking about?
No, I don't. Film? I do not. I barely remember the films that I watched, to be honest.
All right, no worries. Does anybody know which film I'm talking about? They're like two gangsters. And then it's like
I haven't watched the film and I haven't watched the gangster film in ages.
It's a classic. It's apparently I mean, I don't know if it's like a classic film, but anyway, the takeaway from that is have a think about, right, how I want everyone to keep this like little gem and food for thought is I feel like one of the flaws of retail is that we're always thinking about profit, and especially short-term profit. The whales, as we know, greatest investors in the world, instill patience, right? So have a think about how you can be part of the ownership of growing markets. This is more like a long-term wealth thing. Like, think about how many buildings can you own? How much land can you own? How much stocks in the biggest companies in the world can you own? And how much crypto in emerging technologies can you own? With that blueprint, the market since 1704, as in the public market, has done nothing but what in the long term? Increase.
I think that the best way to start out is just look at what you're consuming and start owning it. For example, your iPhone. You got your iPhone, right? But if you don't own your Apple stock, right? What's the point? If you ain't got the price that you pay for iPhone in Apple stock, what are you doing? You know? When I first started investing, I was looking at what I know. So I have a background in fashion. I started buying boohoo.com, Pretty Little Thing, the whole wing. Turns out that it's owned by the same family. And also investing in a lot of different things. I'm heavy into like the manipulation of data, of like DNA and things like that. So I invested in CRISPR and G-Lade, and different companies like that. So you just start where you know, and also if you understand what the people with power are doing as well, you can start there. So I think those are good ways to start out. For example, when Joe Biden came into house, I was buying renewable energy stocks and penny stocks, and also cannabis stocks, because I knew that those industries are forever growing and they're going to be really large industries in the future. So having that mindset of understanding what's going on in the world, owning your piece of it, you will only be rewarded because you had that idea before everyone else, you know, or over the long term of like 5 to 10 years, you know? So, yeah.
Oh, 1 second. Deco said, also, what's always around you, what are others using, consuming more?
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
A good point. That's a good point. Okay, so in fact, let's start off with, as we're getting into this, let's just start off with our latest post by Mr. Harding. You know, he is a facts and figures man. So let's see what he had to say. Said he, oh, there we go. Even whilst at an event. Okay, so let's break down the latest post in numbers. So these are the top cryptocurrencies by social activity. Bitcoin at present, as of, bear in mind, this is quite a recent statistic. So let's just zoom in just a little more. So this is from the 8th of July 2022, which is only 3 days before the recording of this the game episode. Bitcoin at present is the most spoke about cryptocurrency on social media with the most engagement, followed by Ethereum, followed by Solana, with 31.1k mentions on social media and 3.8 million social engagements, followed by Shiba, Doge, Tezos, Steppen, Cardano, Avalanche, and PancakeSwap.
Jeez, what's Avalanche so low down?
Why is Avalanche so low down?
Cardano so low down?
Why is Cardano so low down? Why is Polkadot not even there? Right? So always remember that the markets are 100%. So remember, fundamental 101, the market is 100% manipulated, or at least 90 to 95% manipulated, if not 100%, by the big institutions and the whales.
Yeah.
And social media engagement is not a good reflection of what is the best investment. So I've said this, Keisha said this, Mr. Harding said this, the master investor says this. We're not so bullish on Solana. Not that Solana isn't.
Leave it, don't do that. I hate your clip. It's too brazy.
Okay. Yeah, that's my clip. So why is Solana being pushed so much on social media? Is this an indication for its fall? I don't know if Solana will fall. It's just not the most robust system as of as recent history has shown, right? It's interesting how
I know why they're being pushed in social media right now. It's because someone that's actually a wallet holder. So a wallet holder on Solana actually sued them, and there's a lawsuit that they're going through right now. There's a lot of events going on. So, for example, about 2 weeks ago, I think it was 2.5 weeks ago, roughly, Solana had an event in London, and they got another event in France coming up. So I think that they're flirting around social media. Reason being is because they're really active right now, and also they have a lawsuit. So yeah.
Okay, thank you for the insight. But yeah, interestingly, it means that more people in this world are still talking about Shiba and Dogecoin than Polkadot.
Not surprised.
And XRP.
Not surprised at all. You know, Binance is hella bullish on Shiba, ain't it, bro?
Yeah. You said that they've got more Shiba than Ethereum.
They roughly, yeah. The amount of Shiba is not too much different to the amount of Ethereum. It's been changing, it's been fluctuating. But yeah.
Could be some manipulation there. BNB is not on the second biggest open source blockchain. Okay, so next. Crypto and stocks weekly performances. Let's have a look at these. So Marathon Digital Holdings, ticker price MARA, has seen a 59% increase. Notice how within these stocks, a lot of them are mining companies. Riot Blockchain been Riot for a minute. Trying to see which ones are actually recognized to make enough of a comment on. MicroStrategy Incorporated. For those that don't know, Michael Saylor is the CEO of MicroStrategy. I feel like this company literally came up with the rise of crypto. If I just go on the MicroStrategy stock right now, MicroStrategy. Mr. Michael Saylor was always the most bullish guy ever on the internet on Bitcoin.
Big up, Michael.
Right. 1 second. What the hell? MicroStrategy. Add. Take a look at this stock very quickly.
Yeah, and after you cover that news, I've got a couple things to add on to that.
1 second. I'm just really interested to see how this stock. Oh, not indicators. Compare. Let me just compare this with Bitcoin. That's so funny. Look at that. MicroStrategy stock literally moves like Bitcoin. Same whales buying Bitcoin, same whales buying Michael Saylor stock, right? If that's look, guys, this is Bitcoin. This is MicroStrategy.
That is jokes. That's actually jokes.
Funny that, right? Not advice to buy MicroStrategy stock. Obviously, we've seen a little pump in the past few days. I do believe that this is a big dead cat bounce, like a big fake out. Like the market's not turning around anytime soon. In theory, that is not financial advice. Macroeconomic conditions are not looking any better. Still highest inflation. Extremely high inflation. Interest rates. There's nothing to say the market's going to turn around. Okay, so even Coinbase stock done a 28% bounce up, which I guess is, not that out of the ordinary considering that it's been falling since its launch. Top 10 gainers of this week in the crypto market. Obviously, there are still some gains to be made. I can't say that I'm familiar with many of these cryptos except Quant. So feel free to have a look into these, screenshot them. Burger Swap, which is clearing an exchange, Monaville, VIDT Data, Jupiter, Bitcoin Standard hash rate token. I've heard about this, BTCST. New BitShares, Lunsco, Digital Bytes, and GMX. So these are the top 10 gainers as of this week. This information is relevant as of 10th of July 2022, so that was yesterday. Highest staking yields on native coins. So feel free to screenshot this. Some staking rewards on the following cryptos. Here are your Ethereum layer 2s. BNB, Avalanche, Solana, Phantom. If you'd like to know where to actually get these yields, send us a DM and we'll get Michael to hit you back up.
That's easy, bro.
Oh, you got that right?
Yes.
Okay, so top 10 NFT collections by 7-day market cap growth. We've got Decentraland Mana with the most activity. And we've got Death Beef, Ethereum Name Service, Grey Boys, Bored Ape Kennel Club. Notice how Bored Ape isn't actually here. Shout out Crypto Punks. Second. Give us the data. Bitcoin traditional financial assets performance. So as we can see, over the long term, NASDAQ proves to be a good investment. For those that don't know, NASDAQ, not financial advice, but NASDAQ is top 100 US tech, including not limited to Apple, Microsoft, etc. Versus Bitcoin. Quick market overview. As of so right now the market is still sitting under 1 trillion.
Looking bloody.
It's looking very bloody. But we're still looking for it to bleed more before re-entering crypto. So that's some data that Mr. Harding gave us.
I'm gonna share my screen now and just cover a little something. So
Yeah, we can hear you guys. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Do you wanna do yours? Yeah.
Speaker.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, apologies on that. Apologies on that. So basically, I think it's pretty jokes because Elon Musk was stepping into this Twitter deal, and he basically had a little bit of trouble with the legal team and didn't see eye to eye, and basically he's pulling out. So I think it's a bit crazy that's going on at the moment. But funny enough, similar timing, Trump with the Truth social network, like the board of that social media platform, which apparently shares the real truth, right? Actually got hit with an SEC subpoena, so they're gonna have to go in court and speak for themselves and cover a lot of stuff. So there's a lot of stuff going on with social networks at the moment. I think it's perfect time for a blockchain social network to come into play. I mean, we've been really deep in the space. We've got on our YouTube channel a conversation with CEO and founder of Your Feed, which is a new social media network. But I think that there's so much of them, and there's a few that have a couple mob ties with Binance, with a few large exchanges and stuff that we might be seeing coming out later. But I think that's something to keep an eye on, a blockchain related social media platform, digging out and trying to find the next one, So that's me covering that. But yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
There you go, bro. You can go.
Okay, we back. Did you mute a speaker?
Yeah, bro.
Okay, amazing. All right, let's get back to it.
It was on, yeah.
Yeah. So let's have a quick look over the markets and where we are at. Okay, so as of either it wasn't last game, I think it was about 2 games ago. We think that, first of all, let's just give you the thought process of why we think that the stock market has the potential to draw down to around $78 trillion. Right now it's $85 trillion market. The reason being is because, as we can see, there is a huge gap around this region. What happens to gaps?
They get filled.
They usually get filled. So let me convert this into layman's terms for anybody who is looking to buy stocks. This is the practical, non-financial advice. First of all, tradingview.com. For anyone that doesn't know, this is the #1 website, or at least one of the #1 websites on planet Earth for reading charts, information, and data. This website is free. I do pay for the premium one, but everything that you want and need with regards to what I'm about to show you requires no payment. So what you do is, once you've registered with, this is some very, 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 very practical information, by the way. I know sometimes we make it very, very high level. I like to focus on very, very practical things that are applicable to the average person. So go to tradingview.com and then add on the watch list. You just click add, then you search for VT. The VT is the Vanguard Total World Stock Index, representing the amount of trillions that are in the stock market. Whatever the price of the VT is, approximately is how many trillions are in stocks. So stock market peaked at $109 trillion in November 2021, which is also when crypto peaked. Oh, 1 second. Let me just show you guys, because all markets are tied together. Remember that. All markets are tied together. November 2021 is when the crypto market peaks. So when it comes to a time to buy stocks, although I am not Ian Dunlap or Mr. Harding that gives you the do price points when it comes to the actual individual assets, when it comes to investing to blue chip stocks in general, the region we are looking to load in at is when the VT drops to around 80, the kind of like $79, $80 is when we are going to look to dollar cost average into the stock market. So I'm going to say it one more time, pen and pad, okay? When or if the stock market goes to this range, we will at Blockchain Sensei, as per every single week, especially Mr. Harding with his amazing TA, far greater than mine, and Fibonacci extensions, etc., we'll come up with a more specific pricing point. But the place that we are looking to load in back into the stock market is when, oh, my bad. Not that one. Let me get the horizontal line. My bad. Right around this region. Let me make it yellow. There is nothing. Although anything can happen overnight, and they could just decide overnight that hyperbolic quantitative easing is going to come back and we're going to have like another bull run. That's extremely unlikely. Waiting for the VT to get to around 79, and then we're gonna do TA again and see if it's gonna drop down to around 72. This is the region that we're gonna look at as Blockchain Sensei, as a company, to potentially load into stocks potentially. So now,
if you guys want to go back and get further information on that, just go back to episodes and you'll see our full breakdown of that.
Let's have a look at the American market. Okay, so right now, let's compare. So bear in mind that as investors, we typically want the SPX to outperform the VT, because the SPX is the American stock market and the VT is the total world stock market. So let's just compare drawdowns right now. So percentage drawdown from from November the peak to now, the world stock market is 21% down. The American economy, which the S&P 500 is a very good indicator of current performance, is, I'm absolutely tripping, we're currently at this price, is 19% down. So that's still good. The S&P 500 has taken a smaller drawdown or similar drawdown, mind you, around a similar drawdown regions as the world stock market, which is in tie together. FTSE 100, and we need to look at this. Let's not look at that. Let's not look at that. Let's not look at that. Okay, so this is something that I like to look at, that I like to have a little peep at, and it is the US dollar currency index. And when so bear this in mind, when the US dollar is looking very bullish, that's usually in times when assets are going down. Let me just look at some data right here. February, April. So let me just pull up some data for you guys. February all the way to May. Interesting. So notice here how in from like, let's take January. Let's take 2021. To be fair, the dollar's been very bullish since 2021. Like not very, but as of reason, it's been bullish overall since 2021.
I can't lie. If you guys are traveling and you're spending pounds in other countries, you know what it feels like.
Yeah, I mean, let's just have a look at. I have a little forex chart. I did say this over story, but 1 second. But I thought I'd just say it again here. Let's just compare GBP to USD. Which one was the nice chart? Oh no, the other way around.
Yeah.
So we right now in the UK are struggling because since May 2000.
Don't go too far.
Oh wait. Where did I figure it out? It was
2021.
2021, wasn't it? One sec.
Ninja boy, can I say something?
Yes, sir.
So everything what you're saying is on point. And why? Because we're waiting for the CPI index that's gonna happen the 13th of July. And then from the 25th till 29, all this big corporation and the stock markets, they're gonna have their Q1 result. So this is a really big moment in the market, not only in the stock market, but in the crypto too. So it's really important for everyone to be noticing the news these days. Because the 13th, we will see if we're actually closing into a recession or we're trying to get out. It's really important.
Mm-hmm. Could you just iterate people those dates again, please?
Yeah, so 13th of July, we're gonna get the consumer price index. They're gonna measure it to see if we're in a recession still or we're getting out. And then from the 25th till 29th of July, all those big corporations like Tesla, Meta, Amazon, S&P 500, US 30, all these things are gonna close their quarter, their Q1, and they're gonna see if they close it in negative or in positive. And if it's in negative, it's gonna affect the British pound, the dollar, the euro, all these bitcoins. So this is a key moment, guys. As my technical analysis is showing, we're gonna hit a bear market. That's what I am seeing. But now that you're putting this chart of euro versus dollar versus the pound, it's more clear what I was reading these 2 days now. So yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Maestro. So yeah, 13th is in 2 days. So let's see what the next 48 hours say. And then between the 25th to the 29th, right? All major blue chips have to release.
Exactly. They need to close their Q1.
And I don't know, I don't know how in the hell like Tesla, Apple, Microsoft are gonna do better than the previous quarter. I don't see it, which is why.
Don't forget about Facebook.
Facebook stock. Oh my god! But yeah, let's just break this down in layman's terms, right? So in May 2021, because most of our audience are UK based, in May 2021, if you had £100,000 sterling, if you're looking to have £100,000 sterling, and you converted that £100,000 sterling into dollars, right? And then you converted it back to dollars today, which is July 2000. Sorry, back to pounds. So imagine in May 2021. Say it again. May 2021, you had £100,000 sterling, which you converted into dollars, and then now in July 2022, which is only 14 months later, you converted that original £100,000 from pounds into dollars back into pounds. You'd have 115,000. That's we're 15% drawdown to the US dollar, which is pretty crazy.
Never leave your assets on bank. You only lose money.
Yeah.
Oh, big ups to Devon. Let's have a look at gold, Maestro's favorite.
Ooh, yeah, bro. I've been.
Okay, so
you got to put it versus the dollar, brother.
Huh?
Yeah, you got it good. It's XAU versus USD.
Oh, you look at XAU? Yeah, let's have a look at.
Oh, you see it per ounce and those shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't trade gold. I like to just have a look at how gold is doing, just because this is kind of my flow in terms of how I look at the market.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. You see the CFDs of the gold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so gold right now, Maestro, what's your take on the gold market?
Oh, we're going more down, bro. We're going lower this week.
Down. We're going.
Gold is big, man. Gold is big.
And you have to understand something. The gas price keeps going up. When the gas price is going up, gold goes down because they're selling crude.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So this is something really important, that when I trade, I always look at the news, what's happening with the crude and the gas, because that affects incredibly the gold.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. Let's have a look at oil. Oil right now, the drawdown is not so much. We've not gone past. I like to basically the 0.5, and this is a bit higher. This is a bit high level technical analysis conversation.
Fibonacci.
I don't like to go too deep because I'm not like the best at TA, but I always like to have a look at the 0.5, which I like to.
Yeah, that's key, bro. That's key, bro.
So this is the golden zone. So like oil is not in a bear market. It's only a bear market. Forgive me if I'm wrong. If we go below the 0.5.
Yes.
So oil's looking absolutely fine.
Yep.
Okay, so total right now, crypto market is bleeding. We are.
It did not follow that pattern. Bro.
It did not.
We were all praying. We
was all praying for this Elliott wave. But you know what? But you know what? It's a good thing because
it's
now
healthy.
we have more time to accumulate.
Exactly. I think this is the biggest reset ever in not only the financial economy system, but in stock market. This never happened in more than 45 years, bro.
Exactly.
So I think this is a really good position, especially the people who wants to get in this trading or buying stocks or crypto. This is your time.
Yeah. And also, I always want you guys to remember this: the upside in investing in good assets is always greater than downside.
So
right?
use the measuring tool just to show them in an example.
Yeah. So for example, the Nasdaq right now is 27% down, right? So let's say, for example, let me make this very, very easy. So the Nasdaq is the top 100 US tech. Let's say you invested £1,000 here, right? Let's say in fact, I can't even write this shit down. Let's just say you invested 1,000 here. Well, your 1,000 now is worth about 700, just over, because we're in drawdown, right? We're in
exactly
a 27% drawdown. However, now I'm not saying you should buy Nasdaq now because we believe it's going to drop further. But let's say
measure the same thing.
Yeah, let's say
exactly the same thing on the way up.
Let's say you did invest now, which we don't think you should because we believe Nasdaq's going to drop.
We're in a consolidate zone. This is not a good time to invest, but it's a good time to prepare and put your alerts, put your signals. Once it hits your alert, you can start buying in, and that's why we call it Ninja dollar cost average. You've been talking about this a long time ago.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But let's say, for example, and I don't recommend you do this. You do buy the Nasdaq at the current price today, right? It draws down, it goes up, it goes sideways, etc. But eventually, it's going to get back to the all-time high, right? This is a stock market fundamental in
Look at the
index
percentage
funds.
difference.
Look at the percentage difference, right? So if you invest 1,000 here, the drawdown is less than 27%, but the upside is 37%.
Exactly.
So 1,000 here. By the time it gets, which again we don't recommend that you do, you wait till the market drops further, because there's no reason why the market should.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go to the lower lows now. Then we're gonna start fighting to go get back to the higher highs, resistance and support. Because if we break that support, then it's a problem, Ninja. Because then we gotta make a new resistance, and then the market is gonna drop maybe more than 30%. That's what we don't want right now.
Because I'm conscious of time, I'm just gonna rob Ninja's laptop. But yeah, what's good, guys? I wanted to kind of have an open conversation with everyone about Metafi, what everyone thinks about it. But
can you do it on your laptop, man?
No, it's cool, bro. We're good here. But I was just looking into it, and I think it's something that's quite interesting. I think it could be it would be great to understand sort of the mechanisms and the things of the future, right? So what is Metafi? Metafi, like I said in the beginning, is the merge between DeFi and the metaverse. What does that mean? So in the metaverse, basically, you'll be able to use tooling and the mechanisms and protocols of DeFi protocols inside the metaverse. I think that's very interesting because it can then have new applications and then can be used in different ways. The main problem right now with a lot of platforms is that the majority shareholder is the one with the power. And what blockchain technology allows us to do is to have co-creators and co-owners within a system, right? And that allows people to have ownership. And I think the DeFi protocols that are out now are going to progress, and there's going to be new ways of earning yields and returns and new types of loans, etc. But I think that why it's so special in the metaverse is because there's so much different things that you could do with, for example, like the fractionalization of assets and staking, yielding, and things like that. That can actually be then accustomed to pixels and like the actual metaverse space and your environment. And I think the integration of that is going to be really interesting. But yeah, any questions or anything anyone wants to add onto that, talking about that topic? Anyone?
Yo, bro, I'm checking it right now. It's really interesting because, like I said, we already tapping into the NFT and into those metaverse gaming companies that want to integrate. And if they can have a tokenomic that they can stake it and win passive income or get more of the token back in what they're doing, I think it's game over. Just like I said, like we talked about this, Kish. The only thing is the laws and regulation around the world about the taxation. How do I legit get my crypto to fiat without having any problem by using the Metafi or the compound system to stake? So yes, bro, I think this is something really interesting. You should actually start talking more about this, bro.
100%. And there's a lot of issues as well within the NFT space. For example, fractionalization. If you fractionalize an asset and then there's a bunch of owners, who has the rights to the utility of it? You know, there's so much.
Exactly. It's like a franchise.
And also for a loan, how will it be appraised? What's the appraisal process of that? You know, so there's like, this space is so young. There's so much problems to solve in a space.
Exactly. And that's cool about it. We are focusing on the solutions for these problems. And that's the key.
The term Web3 solutions.
Exactly.
Having a space, we provide a solution, you know?
Yeah, we don't complain about problems because we eat problems for breakfast because we get solutions.
Exactly that. But like, also there's day-to-day problems. Like, you can't use crypto on a day-to-day basis. Like, I got my crypto in my wallet, but like,
you can go to the supermarket now and buy things.
Someone to take my Bitcoin, you know? Like,
exactly.
It's crazy. So there's so much different applications that need to be in place. another thing also that I think is needed as well in the space. I want to talk about AR and like the technology with augmented reality. Why the hell is it a compressed file of the maximum size of 4 MB? What is that? So when you render a project and you make a really high quality piece of digital art and create a beautiful concept, you then have to compress that large file down into a 4 MB file, which affects the polys
The
and
quality and the artistic side of it.
so I feel like the decentralized storage needs to come and level up as well. And
Yeah, they need to improve that technology, especially.
they got quite a lot of
Imagine this, Kish. I start making mini movies, but I want to launch them as NFTs. How the fuck I'm gonna render 4K, 8K files? It doesn't go. Do you think I want my do you think I want my movie 480? I don't want that.
That's it. What quality is it going to be if it's going to be compressed into 4 MB? It's impossible.
Exactly. I don't want people to see my things like Lego.
That's the problem with it as well. Like there's a lot of in the Web3 space, people don't want to admit it, but there's a lot of Web2 based
problems.
And then there's like a Web3 integration on the platforms.
Exactly. One other thing, Papa. Music. Like people are dropping music now as an NFT, right? Listen to this. But because this bothers me. They tell me, go buy my music. You own a fraction of my NFT music and you can play it. Where? I need to go on OpenSea every time. And if I just refresh the page of Get Out, the music stops. So there's no platform for NFT music to be played like Spotify or as a place that you can actually get a taste of the music before you're buying it.
That's when virtual events come into play. There's quite a lot of projects that we've been advising on and working with that do virtual events as well, you know. So the virtual event space is going to be coming up. And that is in hand with the fashion industry, with the all creative fields. They all merge together. So I feel like in the metaverse, there's going to be so much interesting things that will actually come into play, but so much new ways of people to get rewarded for ownership. Because when you're in a Web3 platform, you're basically being milked for all of the data, all of your information, right? And then they sell it off and you don't have any form of ownership of that. So you become the product, and then they actually push products to you, etc. And the difference with the Web3 platforms now is that you are the owner and you get rewarded for having all of your data on certain platforms, etc. I think that's going to be really interesting when it gets integrated into the metaverse. But also, I think that with like the avatars and a lot of different social bubbles are going to be built, because like think of it, back in the day I used to play quite a lot of games, and like there was so much different communities inside of a game. There was other games with different guilds, different groups, factions that you manage, like a real business or like the real world. I think that that's going to be interesting and very cool to see how that plays out. But I feel like there's so much to it. But at the same time, it's somewhat of a primitive time right now where I feel like everything's so primitive, even technology itself. Why am I on the underground on my phone and my phone's cutting out a signal on the internet? What is that? When the army have their phones that can be underground and working fine, why ain't we got that? You know, I don't want to get too deep, but you know, and I feel like technology, there's so much different problems, especially with file storage. And I feel like file storage with blockchain technology will be the solution for the majority of all these problems that we have in the space. And that will allow things to be faster. But what comes with that is the internet speed. In order to have that good file storage speed as well, is the internet. And 5G, 25% of the world will have 5G within the next 5 years. So how quick and how soon is the metaverse, you know? Yeah. We're just gonna jump on the chat. Ninja just pulled up the chat real quick. I don't talk about Ponzi's, bro. I'm sorry, AJ.
No, we should. So like Steppen is potential is apparently a Ponzi. Anyone heard any updates?
No, I don't use Steppen. I've heard about it.
I know it. The
and Sweatcoin.
Solana trainer thing, like AJ. Am I correct?
You must be.
Yeah, it is. I personally am not invested in it or have never been. I just heard quite a few people talking about this as being a Ponzi. So someone recently sort of revealed something. I don't know the details though. I was just curious if you guys know or have any updates.
I'm not involved in Steppen or anything like that. I'm not trying to earn coins for walking. I just walk. But yeah, I think that there's so much Ponzi schemes out in this space, and you need to be careful to really do a deep dive and also.
Even if you research, I feel like even if you research really well, there's no guarantee this is not going to be a Ponzi at some point in time.
What I've come to find in this space, right, with the Ponzi schemes and the scams, they take someone from a large company with a lot of money that everyone wants to look at and be like, oh my God, I want his money. They use him as the goat. They put him on
bait,
and then they're like, hey, everyone, join under us. That's what they do. That's when I see platforms like that, I'm like, stay away from that. If it has ridiculous yields, they ain't got the liquidity, bro. If it's got them crazy yields, the liquidity is not going to work. You may have 100 million tokens and it may be worth 30, 40K, 100K, but you can only take out less than $5, $10 a day or a week or a month or a year, right? There's a lot of problems with that. And what they're doing is just cleaning this money and just washing it in a mixer. So I feel like there's something called a mixer, which basically when you perform a transaction, you can put your transaction into a pool of transactions. So this is what the hackers are doing. There's also something called a flash loan, right? If you look into this stuff, it gets
flash loan, yeah.
Flash loan. So the largest lending platform in blockchain currently is Aave, and Aave give you the ability to take out a loan of any amount. So I'm talking it could be 150 million, 300 million, 400 million if you want to take out a loan of that amount. And the catch is that it has to be performed within a space of 10 seconds. So the transaction has to be one transaction. So what happens when a large platform says, oh, they've been hacked, etc. All it is an arbitrage opportunity. So what they've gone and done is actually an arbitrage where there's imbalance in the liquidity of a pool. I'm getting a bit complicated, sorry guys. But,
no, it's cool. That's good to know that.
Yeah, so that when people are saying they're getting hacked, it's really someone that knows a simple few lines of code that knows how to take transactions in of a protocol with the same token and sell it on another liquidity pool for a different price. That's another thing that I think is very interesting to look at, guys. When you go in and you look at exchanges, you see that the price that they're selling the token isn't the same. Isn't that interesting, right?
Crypto.com.
How do exchanges make money? Through fees and margins. So if you look at the margins as well, so their price of the token isn't the price of the token. You understand? And also based on the liquidity pool, if the liquidity pool has different amounts inside of it, the token price is slightly different as well, based on the amount of people transacting. So there's so much little things that you can look at within protocols. Because I'm quite heavy into DeFi, I do catch them sales. I might catch and buy them things on the low, you know. But yeah, like I think talking about Ponzi schemes, that's really like what's been going on in the space. When you see someone taking out them 300 million arbitrage, or like a hacker took out that X amount, it's either that, or for example, there's been an instance with a DAO where basically this person took out a loan to actually get the governance token, and then he made a vote that all of the tokens will be sent to his wallet, and then he passed the vote, and then that's how he actually he took about 340 million. I think he will be found because he's not really good at putting his transaction into mixers. So there's a lot of stuff like that that's been happening in the space, but all I see it is a bunch of people that know a bit of code trying to be the bad guy in the space, right? Wherever you are in the world, there's the good guys and the bad guys, right? And I think that is just an example of the bad people in the world that are trying to make a quick flip, but it's always going to catch up to them. I know we're young in the space and everyone thinks that they're incognito, no one's going to find me, but they have ways. And yeah, the second you put that in an exchange, you're done out, man. So, you know, KYC, AML, all of that is going to catch you in the long run. So, yeah. So yeah, anything else? Ninja, I'm gonna cover this one.
Yeah, so let's go into this one. Can you release a music NFT as an unlockable file where the music is available for NFT owners? I don't know of the exact platform that automatically does that. But
Hey,
so
you cutting me out.
oh,
man.
sorry. Yeah, I don't know about the exact NFT music platform where you can sell an NFT and then the file is automatically downloadable for NFT owners. But if you wanted to implement such a system in your music, Devon, or your friend's
We
music,
can do that easily. Yeah, as soon as I saw that question and you spread it out, we can do it. Yeah, we can definitely facilitate.
we can facilitate. Like, of course, we could facilitate it in the creation of the platform. But to answer him directly, I'm unaware of a platform that allows you to do that.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think that's just like a Web2 solution to a Web3 thing, just like what we were saying, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's definitely a lot of interesting things to happen with the metaverse space, but I do think it's at least 5 years out, 10 years out. Well, not 10 years, I'll say in between 5 to 10. Reason being, I think the AI and all the people that are working with machine learning and stuff like that will speed up the process. And when there's more integrations of AI, I mean, there's a lot of primitive ones at the moment, like your Jasper.ai, where it does the copywriting for you, or the AI, where they call it AI, that does like color paletting or things like that. There's a few little platforms out here, but I have yet to see heavy integrations with AI that actually affects things like the metaverse. But I do think that there'll be very interesting incentives and staking yields and rewards, etc., within like gamification. So they'll gamify things like doing a mission or a task, etc. And I think that's going to be a very interesting thing to see in the space. But yeah, just really the mechanisms and tools, everything that you could imagine that DeFi has, the loaning, the staking rewards, the fractionalization of things. It's going to be very interesting. We've got some very interesting things up our sleeve to do with them things that I can't talk about. But later, I can't wait to tell you guys about what we've been doing. But yeah, we're going to move on to questions now. Just a bit conscious of time. Anyone got any questions, anything that they want to add? I'm going to start calling people up. But yeah, any questions, guys? Okay. So
no question. Right. Let's just point people out. So Matthew, let's start with Mr. Matthew Mint.
you read my mind, you know. Mr. Mint, are you there, bro?
Hello, I'm here.
Hey, how's it going, bro?
Yeah, well, thank you. How's it going with you guys?
Oh, all is well, bro. All is well. Can't complain.
Hello, Matthew.
Hey, Maestro. How's it going?
Good, brother. You look good. You're handsome.
Man.
You're handsome.
I just caught the sun a little bit, you know, walking the dog.
Yeah, everyone's got a tan, man, except for me.
Ninja, do you go festival?
Yeah, wireless. I'm still recovering, man. I'm in that post festival mode. You know.
Yeah, holiday blues, right?
Yeah.
I don't have any particular questions. I need to do more research.
Anything to add about Metafi? Anything about the metaverse that you find interesting?
It's gonna basically tie in with your identity, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
And it's basically going to be your identity, wallet, social security number. I think that is the start of Metafi. Basically, it's the
I'm sorry,
finance
we
and the
get
identity.
get deep in it, man. I'm sorry, guys, for all of the people that think the world's gonna end. It's not gonna end, guys. But another thing to add to that, I think that there's gonna be somewhat, like I said, there's gonna be new social bubbles, right? But I think that there will be new, new like problems within that space. I think that there will be a disconnect between the physical world and the actual virtual world. So I think that it's very important on the education side, once this is actually fully rolled out, to actually have people understanding and learning the difference between the physical world and the virtual world, because it's going to be literally together. So I think
I only think that the metaverse will actually take off once they merge the two together, like you were saying with augmented reality and the glasses. I don't see people plugging themselves into a console every day. There will be some people, but most of us are going to have to do a day job and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, there's a few
But
technologies.
when you can actually be in this world as well as the metaverse, then that's when things are going to be taken off. And
there's a few technologies that I'm helping with to sort of create more of a healthy way of experiencing the metaverse, and also actually being able to have the benefits of being able to move more, etc. Like me and Ninja are in a boardroom office right now, sitting on a chair, but the chair is not designed for how you actually are meant to sit. This is actually giving us lower back issues, etc.
yeah.
Also, the screen time. I'm wearing these blue light glasses now. I've got these funky glasses looking like one.
Yeah, look good, man.
Tech nerd glasses because of this blue light, right? Actually, there's a fact for you guys. So within the average human lifetime, the screen time of a human being is 35 years.
Fuck. Yeah, that's about right.
That is insane. So imagine how much screen time we have, guys. The screen is unhealthy for us, and it actually causes a lot of mental and physical issues. But you know, there's a solution on the way. Don't worry about that, man.
Okay. Look forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I'm very excited about it, using new technologies, and I'll be looking into, these light crystal digital screens, But yeah, man. Janaea, let's pick up Janaea. Janaea, sister, you all right? Are you there? Are you with us?
Hey, I'm here. I'm just sick.
Hi there, Janaea. How's it going?
I'm cool.
Good. Any questions? Any topics? Anything you want to cover?
No, I was just listening, to be honest.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming and tuning in.
Appreciate you as always.
There you go. AJ, how's it going, AJ?
Hey.
I know we covered a little bit about stepping, but anything else you want to cover? Anything you want to add about the metaverse? What's your opinions? Because I know you're a little bit of a brain expert.
Well, probably right now I would need to do more research on things to get back into it. Sort of, I've actually had a bit of a break because I was a bit sick. So I've just been off the whole crypto thing and markets and everything for a little bit. But I just wanted to ask, are you guys, while all of this is happening with crypto and stocks, are you DCAing, or what's sort of your take on how to kind of invest slowly?
I've DCA'd into a few little projects. Right now, I'm just waiting for this further dip. I'm not really heavy DCAing. I've just done a few projects that I saw a lot of potential in. That I've added a few new things to my portfolio. But other than that, just managing my staking rewards and yields, and that's literally it. And I'm also investing and diversifying into Forex as well.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I'm still waiting for like 16K, 17K Bitcoin to get to start buying crypto. Haven't bought any assets for a while now, maybe like 2-3 months. So just putting cash aside. Obviously, I wanted to just give Keisha's platform because he had so much game. I didn't want to cut him. I did want to talk more about the business side. I've got just one parting thought after questions.
Yeah.
But honestly, the thing that we've really been doing is spending as much time as possible acquiring equity in projects, because the bear run is the time to really, really study and see how, like, I really want everyone in this community to start thinking about how you can acquire equity.
Yeah.
Like,
And guys, like, equity is better than a paycheck.
Wait. Can I add an extremity? Right. This is the extreme scale.
Go ahead, Ninja.
I do not want anyone to not DCA into the dip. But this is an extreme version, right? If you were to not invest a penny into blue chip projects and invest all your energy in somehow acquiring some equity in upcoming projects, you will probably make more. That's all I'm saying. Like, if you can get 1 or 2% in an NFT project or token supplies, and because the key word is equity, right? Like, we started pushing equity about 6 months ago. I broke down the first kind of like NFT equity deal. Yeah, it's a higher level conversation, which a lot of people are not ready for. But please have a think about that. And AJ, we do want to use you at some point to get you in a project or two. But yeah, me personally, I haven't bought any assets for at least 2 months.
That's interesting, and that's interesting to know.
The correct Ninja. I don't like the word use you. We'd like to present an opportunity.
We would like to add enough value for it to be worth your time.
Exactly that. Right. Yeah.
We can definitely chat about that for sure.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. Also, to add to that, definitely we've been just building out quite a wide range of different projects, and I've just been out here trying to help people with the right mentality, with the right vision, with the right goals.
Solving problems.
Literally, like, solving problems. If I really, really believe in your vision, I'm going to give you my time and my energy, and we're going to make things work out. Not even about money. It's more about the advancement of technology, in my opinion. And that's really what I'm passionate about. So that's really what I'm going for and shooting for. If I can help people make money on the way, then so be it, right? But it just happens to be a product of what I do. So yeah.
Great. Yeah, that's all I have. That's all the questions I have.
Okay, let's go with Adries Akhtar. You there, my bro?
Adries, are you there?
Maybe he's at the gym or something. Okay, Devon, what up, homie?
How's it going, bro?
Pretty good. I got in late, so I didn't get to hear the whole episode, but I'm kind of just. What'd you say?
No problem, bro. Replay will be on YouTube.
Okay. Yeah. Right now, I'm kind of just like, I wouldn't say like advising, but kind of just like helping direct like a couple people who are trying to get into NFTs. Nice. And I mentioned one of them to Mr. Harden, but this one is kind of like related to my question with the music NFTs. So like one of my friends, he's trying to put together a listening party, but he wants the people who come to a listening party to have his music through an NFT, and like anyone who comes to the listening party will get it for free.
Yeah.
That's what I was asking. Like, is it like kind of like the Web2 solution to like the Web3 problems is like having something that's like downloadable? Like, it'd be easy to like airdrop everybody. Like,
yeah, if it's simple as a file download, I think that definitely can be possible. But I think that the best thing possible, like the best top notch, would be to have an app that is just the artist's app, that people can, once they have the NFT, it's linked to the app and boom.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think that would be the best integration so far. I mean, I'm not really heavy into the music side of NFTs, that's more Ninja, but just off the top, I think that integration with the app will be great. And just a file download, it's cool, but no one really downloads music onto their phone nowadays, to be honest. People listen to music on apps, so yeah.
I would say like
Yeah.
a private link is good, like a private streaming link.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let them know.
Great, bro. I know you came in a little bit late. I don't want to butcher the name. Catalina? Catalea.
Catalea, you got a question? How are you?
Hi there. Any questions?
Maybe she's shy.
Maybe.
Okay, guys.
Hi guys, sorry I had some problem with my sound, but I'm in the gym and I came in late, so I have no questions. Just listening to you guys.
All right, no problem. Is this your first time at the game?
Maestro invited me, so
Okay.
Oh, big up to Maestro.
Big
man.
up to Maestro. Catch the replay on our YouTube channel. We do this every Monday from 8 p.m. to around about 9. So definitely jump in whenever you can.
Yes.
all right, thank you, I will.
Yes.
So before we depart, I have a departing. I have a departing thought that I want to share with you guys. So this is the parting thought that I want you guys to think about. So yo, stop it. We could get copyrighted for that.
Ninja. Go on.
So parting thought. On the journey to the first million, most people focus on how to get their first million. Most people are always thinking about how can I make more money? How can I get the most investment? How can I get the greatest return? But the thing that you need to concentrate either as much, if not more, especially in this journey of financial literacy, is the person you need to become. The person that you need to become great, the person you need to become rich in a financial sense of the world, is more important than the strategies used to get there.
Wealthy. I wouldn't say rich. Wealthy.
Wealthy, right? Most of the world doesn't reach financial freedom. Most of the world don't achieve arguably greatness. And that is because most of the world don't focus on the internal self-development that is required to do what is great. Remember, the ultimate reward isn't the assets and the systems you own or even the businesses. It's actually the person you become in the process of building, because I'm sure everyone on this call and everyone watching this desires peace, right? Ultimately, we desire enough income streams, enough assets, enough systems in place for peace. That peace is the ultimate reward. The way to get that peace is to become an individual, a person with habits that most people are unable to execute upon. For example, even DCAing, right? Most of retail now at this point, with at least 1 year in crypto, 1 year in stocks, understands the power of DCAing. However, most people, quite frankly, don't do it. There are a few people, if you're a sniper like myself or Mr. Hardin, or you're lucky enough to be around snipers, you can time the market a little better, wait for extreme buying points. But even that in itself is something which, if your TA isn't the best, if you want a sniper, you can't find the ultimate bottom, just buy on the low, hold long term, plus potentially learning to swing trade and monetize on those, how would you say it? Longer trades where you sell at the high and buy back and increase your assets. Habits can't be ignored, changed, or replaced. Book recommendation, The Power of Habit. This is a really good book when it comes to self-development. Yeah, I do at some point want to do a high-level game episode on how you guys can involve yourself in the Web3. In the Web3 world, especially as an operator, whatever field you're in, whether you're an architect, designer, whether you make cakes, whether you're a personal trainer, please always bear in mind and think about how you can apply your existing business model to Web3 and always be looking at which innovators in your industry, whether it's accountancy, legal, fitness, you know, who's doing Web3 stuff.
Yeah.
Because more time, the blueprint has already been laid.
And
it's
just
for you to be-
another
it's for you
thing
to
to
execute
another
on.
thing to add as well, right? Difference between a millionaire and a billionaire, yeah. A millionaire wants to find opportunity to make more money and grow their money, etc. But a billionaire looks for opportunity to make other people money, right? That's the difference. So it's all a mindset thing, in my opinion, right? So I think having a mindset of helping others allows you to then grow and also bridge and build a network that's way more powerful than just an individual trying to make money, right? So yeah, I think leaving with that, I think that's what I have to say, really. But yeah, it's been a pleasure. This has been the game.
Yes.
Thanks for everyone that came through, everyone that's live, everyone that's on the YouTube. Shout out to the YouTube. Many blessings. And yeah, if you guys want to get involved in the tech industry, if you want to learn more, get in contact with us, you can always book a meeting on our website, free consultation. So yeah, many blessings, guys. It's been the game. It's been Keish.
Ninja, thank you very much. And we'll catch you next week with the GOAT, Mr. Hardin. And yeah, every Monday, 8 p.m. to 9:30. Lock in, guys. We'll see you then.
See you later, guys. Have a good one.
Take care.